Hello, and thank you for clicking on this video. So I wanted to ask you, do you talk with God daily? Now, of course, I don't know your relationship with God, your beliefs, and all that, but I definitely want to highlight this and really, bring it to your awareness about talking with God daily. Um, now, really, most of my life, and I've kind of mentioned this before, most of my life, like, I thought there had to be like a big production, and like I had to, like, you know, act unemotionally, almost, like almost in fear whenever I thought about God. Okay. Now, um, and so you may be thinking that too. Okay. And I want to break this illusion because, like, basically before 2.5 years ago or so, when God really made himself real and really showed me a lot and worked with me like intensely here, um, like I thought like I had to set aside time, you know, for God. It's kind of like how we set aside time for daily tasks or whatever we're doing, like in the worldly sense, in the physical world. And, we set time blocks to do certain things. It was like that. That was the same mindset I had with God. Like I had to set time aside for God. And you might even hear people talk about setting aside, time aside for God, which isn't a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but there's something else that I became aware of that really intensified, like it. I would say it made the relationship like real. Like there were many things that happened 2.5 years ago, but this is definitely one of the biggest things, and I want to share that this is available to you. And first of all, no matter what you believe, no matter what you think God thinks about you, like if there's any roadblocks right now, just toss them aside, okay? Like there's no fooling the almighty, there's no fooling the all-knowing. And it kind of goes to like what I was just mentioning, like he knows if you're like doing a big production, you know and if you do want to do it from the heart, definitely feel free. I don't want to, like, just be true. Okay, just be true, don't be fake is kind of what I'm getting at. Like don't act one way in life and then act a different way when you're trying, when you're talking with God. Just be real. He knows what you're doing. He's known since the beginning. Um and so in a way I want to bring this up to really, if you're not aware of this, help free you from a bunch of baggage that this world puts on. Okay, the perception that they put on that you have to do it this way or have to do it like this. And of course you don't want to, upset the Lord. Um so now at the same time you got to respect the Lord. He is the Lord. Okay, I mean he's the Almighty, but he knows you. Okay, and so what I want to bring up is like, and especially today's world, like it seems like a lot of people feel depressed and feel alone. Um, and like, and I definitely see like people act out of anger because they feel like they are um, don't fit in to what the world says you should be. Okay. Um, And to be honest with you, if you feel that way, just keep in mind this, okay? Don't be of the world, and you will feel differently. And sometimes God even isolates you to work with you to get you to realize truth, okay? And actually protects you from all the noise and BS that's in the world. If you are of the world, of course, the rulers of darkness are going to let you just do what you're doing of the world. You're digging your own hole. But if you're not of the world, and if you are bringing God's light in and trying to be love and be truth and be peace, they're going to fight you. That's when they're going to want to wear you down, wear the saints down, like it says in the Bible. Okay, but I'm kind of getting a little off topic. What I want to get to is, do you talk with God daily? And you don't have to set aside a block of time. So don't feel like you have to do that. And one of the biggest freeing things, and I've mentioned this before, is I talked about, I forget which video it was, but I talked about, the moment that I stopped talking to God, and it was the first time I talked with God, okay? And the conversation never ends. That's the thing. Like, I'm driving in my car, like whatever moments you have, idle moments or whatever, you can talk to him about what's going on, about what your thoughts are and all that stuff, okay? You don't have to be in a certain setting, in a certain clothes, in a certain mood, or certain what. It's really, you want to involve. The Bible says involve God in all things, and really, literally involve Him in all things. I've talked. Maybe it was the involve video that I talked about this, but but how you do that is, you talk to Him. It's a real relationship. Okay, it goes both ways. Be aware of Him. Have Him in your thoughts. Desire to have Him in your life and help you with things, okay? Because He is the Almighty. He loves you. There's nothing out of His hands, and He loves you infinitely, okay? So don't hold yourself back, okay? Don't limit God and limit yourself by putting restrictions, okay? He's infinite. We're all different. So don't try to be like someone else. Just be true to yourself wherever you are. Whatever you're doing, whatever you've done, start there, because you're only going to get more on the path with His guidance and His help and His strength. He is the rock. So literally in the car, when you're driving, talk with Him. When you're in the grocery store, in line waiting, I've mentioned this before, talk to Him. Like when you're pumping gas, when you're just home, like wherever. You can be anywhere because He's always with you. And another thing I want to bring up is that, like when in those moments that I'm talking about, those idle type moments, like you are having thoughts inside. You are thinking about things. Like when even throughout your day, you're thinking about things, like thinking about, man, this guy's driving me nuts, or man, this lady's taking forever, or man, that was rude, or whatever you're thinking. You have these thoughts all throughout the day. And God knows those thoughts. God is there too, okay? This is a huge realization I had a couple years, 2.5 years ago, whatever. And it's really freeing because there's no hiding from God. So, if you desire, if our heart, it says in the Bible, if our heart condemns us not, then do we really know God? Like, do we believe in God? Okay? So, but don't be snared. Don't be stuck there. So you might, and especially at the beginning, until you develop this relationship, it might feel weird, but literally just be open and honest because He already knows it. So just be open and honest and just talk to Him about these thoughts. Man, God, I'm feeling that guy really made me mad. I want to rip his head off. Just be honest. Don't hide from it. And I've said this before. Don't try to, suppress stuff like that. Because if it's true, it's true. Face truth. Okay. But you can talk to Him wherever you are. Okay. Wherever you are. And whenever you're having these thoughts, just be aware, literally involve God in it. Just kind of think like you're talking to God instead of just having these thoughts by yourself. Just know that God's there too, and just involve Him with it. Okay? That's all you have to do. It's not like His burden is light. Okay? His burden is light. This world puts all the weight down on you. So I want to try to really stress this because it is a huge part of the relationship. And like I mentioned, relationship goes both ways. Like if you're trying to date someone, the relationship needs to go both ways. Okay? Any kind of relationship you have, it needs to go both ways. And so think of it in terms of that, especially at the beginning with God, but also if you're feeling alone or you're feeling like you don't fit in, literally He is your best friend. He knows all about you, even more than what you realize about yourself. And He loves you more than you probably love yourself. Okay? it's funny, like it's made fun of, like kids having an imaginary friend growing up. Well, literally, it's not an imaginary friend, but imagine God with you, like always with you, behind you, wherever, beside you, wherever. Picture him there because he is there. Okay, it's not a figment of your imagination. Well, it's not a figment of your imagination, but it, because he is really there. Okay, um, so but then the more you develop this relationship, you just do your own thing. You be you. I've said that many times. You be you. Be authentic. Be true with from your heart. Don't be fake. Don't try to act like someone else or do something because you think, by the perception of this world gives you, you think you need to do that. Literally talk to God, be real with him, and he will show you. But it's freeing because you can be more yourself with him than any human being, even your spouse, maybe especially with your spouse. But um, but it's just so freeing because it's having the bestest of bestest of bestest of friends and a superhero and uh, like your father, your mentor, your guide that knows all, the compass of life, let's say, like all that in one. And it's yours, your birthright. So I definitely want to bring this up and like when you're having those thoughts, those idle thoughts yourself, just literally think, okay, God, you know what I'm thinking. Just have talk with God in those moments. Just involve him in those moments. And that is what's the Bible calls a secret place. It's only for you and him, and is the most intimate place because you can be real. You can be realer than you can be real in this world with other people. Okay? It is sacred and it is freeing. And so I want to talk. I'm going to read. I'm going to read Psalm 91. But the first line talks about the secret place. But really, I'm going to read this whole psalm. Okay, and definitely look it up. Psalm 91. I mean, you can read it yourself. I got the King James version. So, like I said before, just Google Psalm 91, and you can read it yourself. Whatever translation that's easier for you. But it talks about the secret place, and that is the secret place. It is just for you and him. It's not just your mind, your physical brain with thoughts. That's who we are, our emotions and our thoughts. And God knows all of that. He's always with us. He's always there. That is your secret place. So whatever feelings is bothering you, whatever's troubling you, you can go there. It's free. You can talk to him with it. You can share it with them more than you can share with any other person. Okay, that is what's sacred and so special. But it's because it's for you. Like I can describe what it's like for me, but it's really for you. He is there, and that's our secret place that no one else can take away, can invade, can corrupt. Like that's your place with God. It is sacred. So I want to read Psalm 91 real quick here. He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty. Now, actually, this is not the King. This is the English Standard Version. That's why. I'm sorry. This is a different Bible. The King James Version says the secret place, calls the shelter the secret place. So I want to change that because that's what the King James Version talks about. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. For he will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with his pinions, and under his wings, pinions like feathers, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness is a shield and a buckler. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in darkness, nor the destruction that wastes at noonday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only look with your eyes and see the recompense of the wicked. Because you have made the Lord your dwelling place, the Most High, who is my refuge, no evil shall be allowed to befall you, no plague come near your tent. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. On your hands they will bear you up, lest you strike your foot against a stone. You will tread on the lion and the adder, the young lion and the serpent you will trample underfoot. Because he holds fast to me in love, I will deliver him, I will protect him, because he knows my name. When he calls to me, I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will rescue him and honor him. With long life, I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. So I wanted to read that whole psalm there. You can look it up, Psalm 91, and read it for yourself. But it really speaks to a lot of what I'm talking about. And really, the King James Version, it calls the shelter, I forgot, this was in my car. This was not the same one I read from the other day. So it's a standard English version. It's actually a study Bible that has words like the Greek words for the New Testament and the Hebrew words from the original text in spots. And so I've kind of said before, like, things are lost in translation. They really are, because words have a whole picture, feeling, tone, like everything. It's not just like a definition, and different languages have different. So like a word, if you translate a word from a language to another language, like it might have a whole different tone and feeling and picture, really, even though the definition, like brain, the brain, but maybe it's a whole different feeling in a different language. So anyways, that's a side note. But read it up yourself, because it really speaks to what I talk about. And for this video, talk with God daily in those moments that you're already having idle thoughts. Just involve him in that conversation in your head. Okay. And like I said, the conversation with God never ends. It's not like you have to, like with people, you go through this thing. Hi, how you doing? How you been? What's been going on? Like, you don't have to do that with God, because he's always with you. He already knows. So it's just like, wherever your mind is, wherever your heart is, whatever you're thinking about at that moment, just start there, because he's already with you there. Okay? I hope I made myself clear and didn't really confuse. I know there's a lot I was trying to fit into a video here. But please comment below, like thoughts, questions, and especially because I kind of flew through some things there. Or share, like, if you know what I'm talking about with the secret place with God, and how sacred that is, and how special that is, and how important and freeing that is in your walk, in your relationship with the Lord, please share below. But of course, any questions, comments, thoughts, anything like that. And if you liked the video, thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Ring-a-ding-a-ling that bell for notifications for when I upload videos. And as always, stay strong, and God bless.